Hey, you guys, it's me, Kiana, coming at you today, and I'm coming at you. As you all saw, I showed you one of my secret ways of how to fix pork chops that you can actually use that technique. Whether you eat pork or not, you can use it for other things. For instance, fried chicken, baked chicken. You can use it for skinless and boneless chicken. Whatever you like, you can use that technique for. And you also can use it, like I did, for your pork chops. I never showed you guys how to fix pork chops like that before on my channel, and make sure you go check that video out. I'm pretty sure it'll say something in the title, and also you'll be able to see the end results on another video stating the same thing in the title. Right now, since I fixed pork chops, which are for the meat eaters in the home, I also am taking time to fix a vegetarian dish. So you guys can tweak this the way that you like. If you like to add meat to this dish, it's all right. If you want to add beans to it, it's all right. The great thing about recipes is that you can make them the way that you like. You take the raw technique that the person is displaying to you, and you tweak it and twist it to what your family likes, what your taste buds like, and also what your pocket and budget requires. So right now I'm going to make something like a chili baked dish, okay? Of course, it's not going to have any meat. And also, if you're a vegetarian, you can add TVP into this, which is textured vegetable protein. I've introduced a lot of you guys to that, and a lot of you guys already know about it. But we're not going to add neither right now. Sometimes you just don't want either. So, right, or sometimes it's just not necessary. If it's loaded with, packed with flavor and all kinds of different things like cheeses and sauce and stuff like that, you really don't have to have a meat substitute, all right? So right now we're just going to make a one-pot dish. This is just simply some shells that I made, medium shells. I got this for free because if you buy a sauce, you got one of these free boxes. So it was economical, as all of my dishes that I come to you guys, so that you can have more money to, spend on whatever else you like. But I think it's wise for us to always be a saving diva, and always. I think that is part of being a Proverbs 31 woman. Am I right? All right. So this is easy, breezy, and economical and packed with flavor. Also, you can use this as a side dish. So it's up to you. As for me, I'm not going to add it for side dishes. It's going to be the vegetarians in the home side dish, main dish. And the carnivores in the home, they're going to have pork chops, buttered rice, and green beans. All right, so let's get started. This is very easy because you can cook this all in the same pot. Once it's boiled, as you can see, you probably can see the steam coming from the noodles, you guys. This is already still hot. You can keep it moving. You don't have to wait for it to cool down or anything. This is one of those, meals that literally only take about, 30 minutes to put onto the table and everything. So what you're going to need is you're going to need your shells, whatever kind of noodles that you want to use, whatever's on sale, whatever that your family likes, whatever's pretty on the plate. Those are the noodles you're going to use. So I'm using the shells. You can use whatever you like. We're going to also put a couple of different ingredients inside. You're going to need some chili powder. Yes, you're going to need some chili powder because that's what's going to give it that extra chili-like taste. You can also add beans to this. You can add kidney beans to this, or you can add black beans to this. So that's up to you. Again, right now it's very simple. I'm not going to add any of that extra. Just giving you ideas of what you can add or build onto this dish with. You're going to also need some sauce. All right? Now, with your sauce, you want to make sure that your sauce does not have meat in it, because then that would be an oxymoron to have a vegetarian dish with meat sauce. Am I correct? So we're going to make sure that our sauce doesn't have meat in it, and you can use any sauce that you like. You're going to also need some adobe, Goya. You can use a little bit of salt to your liking. I'm going to use a little bit of accent. I know. A lot of people frown upon accent. I understand that we all use things that we shouldn't use. Let's be real. Whatever you ate when you went to Starbucks today and ate that, cafe mocha, whatever, it was a whole bunch of stuff in there that you really should not have had. It was like 700 calories, and you drunk it anyway, right? Okay, ladies, so let's not bash me about the accent, okay? Let's not do it. But yeah, I just use a little bit of that just as a flavor enhancer. I know that you shouldn't use it, but hey, like I said, we all do things wrong at times, so I'm going to use a little bit of accent. That's my thing wrong today. All right? So, what else we're going to need? Okay, the other thing you're going to need is some Mexican shredded Ford cheese. All right? So, you're going to need some of that because that's what we're going to top it all with. So, you're going to go ahead and season all this into your pot. Then you're going to top it with the sauce and the cheese. Then you're going to put it into the oven. And then you're going to let it bake until it gets the cheese melted, basically. Because it's already cooked. Remember that. You're not trying to cook any meat. This is the Goya. You're not trying to cook any meat, you guys. So you don't have to bake it to, like, an extreme amount of time. That's one of the beauties about being a vegetarian, is that it gets done fairly quickly. Now, I'm not going to use any salt. You choose to use the salt. I choose to use the accent. Neither one is good for you, right? Okay. So I'm going to use just the accent. All right? Just a little. And I'm going to use a little bit of my black pepper. As you can see, this does not take a lot of energy. It does not take a lot of time. It does not take a lot of money. It's very quick, very easy, but very tasty. And then we're going to stir that around. Then we're going to add our sauce. And then we're going to top that with plenty of cheese. And then put that in the oven for, like, I would say 375 for about, I'd say 15, 18 minutes. And then you have a wonderful chili pasta dish. You can add some garlic bread sticks on the side or some French bread. And you're ready to go. All right, Daddy, can you open it for me? I have one hand. I don't know why I didn't get that already ready, and I gotta already pull those pork chops out the fryer. I'm trying to cook. This is how my house is, you guys. I have to cook several meals at one time. You can add all of that sauce, you guys. Yeah, but I have to cook several meals at once. So when I'm in the kitchen, I'm doing videos. I'm fixing 2 meals at one time. Daddy be checking the internet for orders. we just tag team. That's what we do. But we like it like that. All right, so you can add a little bit more chili powder in there, and if you want to add a little heat to it, like Nanny and I like, we add a little bit of crushed red peppers. Now, be careful. Don't use too much of that crushed red peppers. Why? Because the chili powder already has, if you're using a good amount of that, it already has a lot of spice or a little heat undertone to it. So you just want to be careful with that. All right? Next, we're going to add our shredded cheese, you guys. As you can see, very easy dish. The kids will like this. They won't even really miss the meat, you guys. I promise you, okay? You're going to add the cheese to that. Bake that in the oven, and you're all set, you guys. You know how much this cost me? Let's see. The sauce was on sale for $1, and they gave you the pasta free. I used a handful of cheese, probably approximately, if you want to actually measure it, about a cup. You can get a cup of Sargento cheese, or what they call it? I forgot what they call it. I forgot, but it's another name brand with an S. You can get that from Dollar Tree. They only sell it, you know, in the bags of like one cup increments. But you can get that from Dollar Tree, you guys. So I used about $1 worth of cheese. We used $1 for the sauce, and the pasta noodles was free. So this whole dish, which can feed us a couple of times on this, you guys, because it's a whole pot, as you can see. This is a big pot. Okay, so this whole dish costs $2. All right, and it's packed full of flavor. It's delicious. Add a salad on the side, some breadsticks, and you're good to go. You can take this for lunch for a couple of days. You can have this for a quick dinner if you're tired getting home from work, but you still have to make sure you put a meal on the table for the kids, the hubby, and yourself. You know, this is a quick dish. It doesn't cost you a lot of money. It doesn't take you a lot of time, but it will definitely wake up the taste buds and also be a delicious dish for you, and also in the confines of being a vegetarian. So if you want to add, if you're a meat eater, you can add ground beef to this. Of course, that's delicious as well. Also, when I was a meat eater, I added meat and beans to it. So it really tastes delicious that way as well. Or you can add, if you're a vegetarian, you can add CVP, and you can add some black beans or some kidney beans, whatever you like. You can add both. Or you can do like I did, which is not add anything extra, but just let the cheese, the sauce, and the pasta be your main dish. On that note, I love you all so much. Thank you for tuning in, and be blessed.